I want to tell you about some breaking news coming out of the UK. Jason Arday, who made history as one of Cambridge University's youngest ever black professors, has been found dead. Now, chances are you haven't been following this story, but I think you need to know. And so I'm going to bring you up to speed right now because all of this is unfolded incredibly quickly. Arday's career had become engulfed in controversy following a series of allegations of plagiarism and claims that he misrepresented parts of his resume. The scrutiny became so intense, with some of his supporters describing the criticism as a right-wing smear campaign. After all the mounting public pressure, Arday resigned from Cambridge last week. And now, just days later, police say the 41-year-old was found unresponsive in South London and pronounced dead at the scene. There is speculation surrounding the circumstances of his death, but authorities have not publicly stated or confirmed the cause. So it's an extraordinary and deeply tragic turn in a story that has unfolded in a matter of days. We will keep you updated.
This young man, he was a professor and he just found dead. And this is sad. Yes, the investigation for sure. Maybe it's on right now or maybe it's about to start. But just like y'all heard the breaking news, when the latest comes on board, for sure we are going to bring you guys up to date. May so rest in peace. Yo, let's remember him and keep his families in our prayer. This is sad because this guy recently, he was going viral online. But this lady said something. And now I understand why this breaking news is buzzing the internet. And I'm going to say credit to all the creators.
You people are trying to kill Jason Arday or get him killed. Because what the hell is this national circus over Jason Arday, Jason Arday, Jason Arday, Jason Arday? Did you hear about Jason Arday? I'm saying what? Did he commit a freaking crime? Does he owe you money? The only serious allegation made against him was one of plagiarism, which is unfounded. I'm all for holding people accountable. But what you're all doing is not accountability. It is public crucifixion. You know exactly what you're doing. And we all know that this isn't even about Jason Arday anymore. This is all about you finding your perfect black poster boy to bring down DI and make it much more difficult for black British people in British academia. I mean, we all know that British academia is riddled with white mediocrity. Where is your energy for them, huh? We all know that truckloads of white cis heterosexual men float through Oxbridge year in, year out, like it's their freaking birthright. Where is your energy for them? But no, oh no, because the only people who are qualified to didn't earn it should be white. You think you found the perfect black poster boy with Jason Arday in order to undermine, diminish all the hard work that black people have been doing, are doing and will do, so that you can stop the progress of black British people. We see you. This is your modus operandi. And you're so chicken-livered, you had to go export your instigator from America. You're a race realist. I'm all for holding people accountable. Oh my God, did he say he did 60 marathons or 100 marathons? Oh my goodness, he had surgery and he still did that? Oh, was he fast and loose when he said it? None of that warrants this depth of public crucifixion. It's fascinating that now all these TV producers and radio producers have time for a black story. Remember how hard it is for us to even get them to talk about black excellence, to talk about black women being raped, being killed, to talk about missing black children? Somehow, Jason Arday is a national story in the best national interest because DI. Have you noticed how if a white British academic is caught out or called out on something, that white British academic is never the poster boy or girl for why white British people should be better scrutinized before being given any kind of employment, talk less of academia.
Jason, I love you, man. You were a hero. I told you this the first time that I met you. And you'll always be a hero, and I'll make sure the Joshy Man remembers you. I've just found out that Professor Jason Arday, my friend, is dead. Jason was a British hero. Jason was an autistic hero. Jason was a hero to my non-speaking son, the Joshy man, and we have a responsibility for his death. Let's be very clear. The British public, the media, the right-wing media, we have a responsibility. This amazing hero should not be dead today. He should be continuing to be a hero for the autistic community. And we need to recognise that he's dead because he was a black man. He's dead because of this aggressive attack on diversity and inclusion in 2026, which is not necessary. We need to take responsibility, all of us. We should not keep allowing this to happen, and autistic people deserve more respect.
My heart is so heavy for Jason Arday's family. First of all, rest in perfect peace, Jason. I want to say I can only imagine what you felt, but actually I know what you felt. I have been there. And I want to say, yeah, fuck UK media. Fuck UK media, because all you do is find ways to humble black people. You intentionally use propaganda to perpetuate racism in a way to corner and push back people off the limelight so that you guys feel satisfied because there are less black faces in high positions. This is what you all wanted. This is what you fucking wanted. I don't want to be seeing any of you doing this. Oh, we wish well for his family. You don't. This is exactly what most of you wanted. I cannot believe you guys hounded the men to this point. How dare you? And this is not the first time, and it's not the last time either. We really need to start speaking up against this. The way that the UK media, especially right-wing media or centre-left media, hound and harass black people, black key figures or black public figures into humiliation and humility as a way to also use us as examples for other people who are watching to behave themselves and not have the audacity to dream bigger. I fucking hate this. I cannot believe this. This is ridiculous. Like, my heart is so heavy. Oh my gosh, my heart goes out to Jason's family. Like, this is mortifying, but we cannot longer be silent about this. And the black medias that also join in or repost these things and reshare, especially the shade barra and some of your fucking comments. This is what can happen to someone when everyone decides to participate and chime in hounding people. What the fuck? It's actually raining and I'm out here. I cannot believe this. Oh my gosh.
About to go out, and I've seen the news that Jason Arday, the Cambridge University professor, has been found dead. And I need you to know that I hold so many of you responsible. All of you that wanted to write think pieces about, oh, but he did do this and he did do that. You all keep forgetting that you are dealing with a human being. You keep forgetting that you are dealing with human beings. You are so fucking chronically online that you're forgetting that no matter what you think people have done, that you are dealing with human beings. And the disproportionate way that he was hounded by the British media, I hold everybody accountable. Cambridge University, I hold you accountable. The professor that was fired initially, the racist bitch that started all of this, I hold him personally accountable as well for all of this. The journalist that decided to run with this, I hold you accountable too, because there comes a point where you need to go, why are we doing this? I have stories that are still up that I made earlier today where I break everything down. That some of you are so chronically online that you forget that you're dealing with human beings, and some things just don't make sense in the grand scheme of things. There are politicians that you should have vim for. There's the monarchy that you should have vim for. There are other professors who have done heinous things and still managed to keep their jobs that you should have vim for, and you lot don't have it. All of you are responsible because you don't, as somebody who has experienced what the British media can do to you when they are set on trying to bring you down, but they couldn't get me, and let them try again, everybody's going to get it. As somebody who has experienced it, I kept saying to you, leave it. Leave it. There are certain things, if somebody's saying these kind of things and talking in this way, there are certain things that I've clocked. I'm like, leave this guy alone. Oh, but you all want to prove a point because what does this mean for black academics going forward? Because you're all only ever thinking about yourselves rather than asking yourself, why must we always experience collective punishment? Some individual does something and all black people have to pay for it. Meanwhile, white people get to be individuals all of the fucking time. You're all disgraceful. Disgraceful. May he rest in peace. I hope that in some way he is at peace, because the way that the British media has behaved, this is what they wanted all along. And some of you jumped on a bandwagon, and this is where it's led to. I don't want to see anything about, oh guys, let's be kind, let's be considerate going forward, because a lot of you don't have it in you. Rest in peace, Jason.
I'm going to explain to you why the moral panic regarding Jason Arday, the professor of Cambridge University that has now resigned the post because the University of Cambridge decided to do a second investigation regarding plagiarism and fabrication, is racist. It has nothing to do with my personal opinion of whether he's a fantasist or not, or whether he committed plagiarism or not, because I do not know. Because again, the first investigation exonerated them, and the second investigation is still ongoing. I'm going to do it first by reading you a series of names. William O'Reilly, Anna Laura Wainwright, David Latchmont, Ross Holmes, Fiona Leal, Nicola Morrison, Neil Wynne. Any of these names sound familiar to you? The answer is no. The vast majority of you don't know who these people were. I know a couple because I have friends who work in academia. All of these people have been proven to be either plagiarists or people who manipulated the data that they based themselves to do their research to attain the results they wanted. One of them lifted whole pages of a student's paper. Another one, who still teaches in Cambridge University, not only plagiarized and published a new idea from a student, but also was found to have plagiarized whole sections of articles that he published beforehand. One of them was found to have had 70 instances of plagiarism across all of their works. Another one was the head of a laboratory that had to retract 6 papers because he manipulated the data that led to its conclusions. All of them are gainfully employed in academia at this moment, some of them in the very institutions in which they committed either plagiarism or fabrication of data. And what do these people have all in common besides being white? The fact that you don't know their names and you don't know their faces means that this did not have the same level of media scrutiny. And the scant scrutiny that they received was very different, because it focused on the checks and balances that existed in the universities on the production of academic papers, on the research that was produced within their boundaries. Someone asked the question of whether there were too many white people in academia, specifically white men, because they were favored by a system that gives them preferential treatment from birth to be able to attain those positions. This is what's happening with Jason Arday. They're not just questioning him and his actions, they are questioning the structure that allows black people to attain positions in academia, in any position of power and relevance. And it doesn't escape my observation of the flip side of the coverage that Jason Arday received when he started off. Because he was tokenized while rising as the feel-good story of a university sector in the UK that benefited from chattel slavery and up to very recently was drinking from up to very recently in one case was drinking from cups made of the skull of enslaved people. Of course, the flip side is this.
6 days ago I made this post saying that being appreciated under white supremacy doesn't guarantee that people will see your humanity. When he became the youngest black professor in the history of Cambridge University, Dr. Jason Arday received a stamp of white appreciation from a historically white supremacist institution, and now he's dead. White appreciation killed him. In that same post, I mentioned Dr. Jason Arday as an example to illustrate that only black people suffered consequences for alleged plagiarism, while white journalists and academics were extracting knowledge from colonized bodies on a systemic level. Whiteness made him pay the price with his life. Now he's dead. An autistic black man. His story should have been a success story for millions of people like me to look up to give us hope. But once again, whiteness robbed us of that. Now he's dead. Shame on you.